I don't want to go to work. I didn't want to go to work. I don't care about it today. But I guess I'm gonna be there.
It's my lazy.
Hey everybody, good morning. Thanks for coming back to my channel, Live Life with Alexis. Thanks for tuning in to another video. How are you guys doing this morning? This morning, you know where I'm at, honey. I was only supposed to stay until 12, but I ended up staying until 1 because I had to do so much charting. So I ended up working on the rehab floor today, but I'm going to tell y'all all about everything when I get inside the car. I ended up working on the rehab unit today. So this is only my second time being to this facility. I told y'all this is the place that has some kind of disease in the water. So when I went today, it was a new notice up that the water tests positive for something else too. So it's a disease in the water. I don't know. It's something else. So it's the water is contaminated. Let's just say that. So that's a new note I seen hanging up today over the sinks. The best way I can describe it, I would say, going into nursing from being an aide or from having some other kind of like healthcare job or non-healthcare job, I'm going to say the best way to describe it is you're stepping into a new pair of shoes. The same way we go to the store, we get ourselves some shoes, we get our kids some shoes, and it's the right size, and we know they'll loosen up and they'll be so comfortable over time. But at first they're a little, uncomfortable. It's a little tight. It's a little wiggling. You know what I mean? So it's the same way with nursing. You first step into the role, it's a little tight. You're trying to figure your way. You're trying to day after day, trying to push through, talking to doctors or looking at charts, looking at medications, interacting with patients, all these things. As you start to do these things, it's like your nerves ease up and your nerves aren't there anymore. So now, instead of it being constant of your nerves, you're constant of trying to stay on top of things, trying to manage your time, making sure you're doing things the right way, getting on top of your treatments and making sure you're doing them right. All of those things. So it's like your nerves fall off, and then it's like you try to fit and click into your nurse brain. I don't know if that makes sense, y'all. So it's like stages of this. Yeah, so real quick, let's just get into the wounds that I had today. Like I said, I worked the rehab unit. It was nothing really, for the shift that I had or the side that I had. It wasn't really anything. It was the same as like a long-term care floor or something. I ended up having 8 patients. That was it. Of course, I had to do a skill charting note for all of them. I had the 2 wounds to do, and it was the biggest wounds I've ever had in my life. Let's talk about wound number 2. Wound number 2 was a BKA, below the knee amputation. Wound number 1, I was so scared because y'all know when somebody have eschar or whatever, so it's just it's a cap of dead skin there, but you can't stage that ulcer. The size of it was like that big. It was like that big, and it felt like really I could do like this a little bit if I wanted to, like, and pop it off. So I was scared because I was just thinking like, oh my God, like if this thing fall off right now while I'm cleaning it, while I'm in here alone, you know what I mean? Like, first thing I would think, like, obviously if something is bleeding or whatever, you're just gonna put pressure on it. Like, ain't nothing else you can really do at that moment. Of course, call for help and stuff, but put pressure on it. But something like that, what would you do? It would be a huge, gigantically open wound. So once that eschar falls off the top, that's going to end up having to like be packed, and that's going to be something. So that one, it was like clean it with wound cleanser or normal saline, then pat dry. What else did it say to do? Then it was saying to cleanse it with a betadine soap gauze. I had to cover it with the oil emulsion. It's like a oil emulsion sheet. So they come in different sizes. Cover it with that, and it'll keep the gauze and things like that from sticking, so that way it'll go ahead and peel easier, right? So I had to put that on there, and then after that, then I had to apply the ABD pads, about 3-4 of ABD pads, and then use the stretch wrap gauze, and then use the Ace wrap gauze on top of that. So it was so much to do, y'all. I don't have to know. I'm tired. I'm done, and I'm through with it for the day, honey. So meet me here tomorrow, and we will either go to work again, or we will do our Q&A. So y'all tell me what it's going to be. Drop any last minute questions. I feel like I've been saying it forever, but I wrote down all the questions. I wrote down all the questions, so I'm actually going to take my time and go over the Q&A, answer any questions. I have extra information that I'm going to include in there about it for you guys. And also, Becoming Janisha, I'm so sorry for your loss, sweetie. Like, I'm so sorry to hear the news of what you posted this morning. I'm so sorry to hear about your cousin. My prayers are with you and your family, of course. You know, I'm praying for your family's strength and well-being, peace of mind at this time. And I'm sure everyone else is saying the same. You're in our prayers.